All right, guys, today I'm gonna do like a probably like top 6 things you wanna do before you tune your Giulia. Now, this could probably apply to both Giulias. This one's a 2-liter, obviously. So, first thing you wanna do is do an oil catch can. Mine down there. Reason for this being is when I took apart the intake and started changing parts on this, I noticed that this area was super greasy and dirty, especially around the turbo inlet. So I don't know why cars don't come with catch cans installed from the factory, but this definitely helped. I still need to empty it for the first time. It's been on like 2 months, so we'll see. It's probably full of shit. But the stock intake right here was full of good. Let me see if I can find it. Probably still has shit in it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, that's after I wiped it out. There's still like some sort of oil or something blow by. So hopefully the catch can is going to get that before it goes into the turbo intake. Honestly, I probably should have cleaned the turbo housing better, but that's definitely one thing I would do before tuning. The second thing I did was this right here. Intake and valve cleaner for turbocharged cars. Super awesome. It only took like an hour. I sprayed it into the crankcase right here. I basically took off this vacuum line and then just got a piece of tube, hooked it up. It's better with 2 people. Spray the whole thing in. I mean, supposedly it cleans dirty valves, but I mean, I will say anecdotally, the engine did run smoother after I did the whole procedure. So I would do that, especially because my intake was super dirty and then I just installed this. So my idea was to clean kind of the valve train and all that because it's gasoline direct injection. So the intake valves can get pretty dirty, especially when we've got this vacuum system that has some gunk in it. Okay, so third thing I would do on the Giulia, super important. Pretty well known on the Giulia that there's cooling system issues. You can see mine down there, there's some dried coolant down there because my bottle, well, my coolant overflow reservoir, whatever it's called, this one's leaking, so I got a new one. I just went with this OEM one. So that's going to be put in. Giulias are pretty well known on the 2 liters to have like weak screws right there. So there's like, I got an Alfissimo one. There's another one back there that I need to do, but haven't done yet. So definitely inspect your whole cooling system. You can see I have mine marked there because I have to fill it up every like month or so. So really want to be cautious of these things. This is a very early Giulia. This was built in 2016, so it was a 17 model year, but I would check all these things on all the Giulias, to be honest, if it's a 2-liter. I can't speak to the 6 cylinder, but some of these things may be related. So the 4th thing, or maybe the 5th thing, you want to check this throttle body linkage right here. I think this is the linkage of the throttle body. But anyways, it rattles a whole lot on this turbo housing, and then there's like a lot of play in here. So that becomes loose. That can cause, like, I don't know, it throws a code. But anyways, you want to just fix that beforehand because you're going to be throwing more boost into the car. Why have this thing fucking play right here? That's the whole idea of these things, is like, this is just insurance against your tune, because like, these little things, the cooling system, all this oil blow by, this throttle body, this could screw up like the results of your tune without you even knowing it, especially if you have an old Alfa. So, because at this point, I mean, this car is probably coming up on 10 years old, because it's a 16. So, things you should do before you throw more boost in the engine, just my take. So, the 5th thing, which is pretty obvious, but just change your oil. Do it every 5,000 miles, every 3,000 miles if you want to. I mean, it depends on how hard you push the car. If you're gonna be putting more boost in the engine, you're gonna be asking more of it. You know, you need to tidy up things before you really ask the engine to do all that, especially a 10-year-old one. So that's just my take. You might want to take a look at your spark plugs too if you're gonna run colder plugs. I probably will go one step colder iridium plugs. That'd probably be a number 7. Basically, I'm trying to think of all the things on the Giulia you want to do first in your engine to maximize the effectiveness of tuning the car. And I think the final thing that's really pretty necessary if you're going to be throwing more boost into this engine, you have this charge pipe here, which is definitely plastic. This is going to be dealing with more pressure and more heat when you tune the vehicle. So I would at the very least get a blow-off valve or recirculator valve upgrade. This helps your engine just breathe better and deal with more boost. They do make a upgraded charge pipe for the 2-liter Giulias, but I don't know whether I would want to probably change the stock turbo first before I do an upgraded charge pipe. But for now, I think one of the minimum things that's really easy, basically the whole idea of these is like low-hanging fruit you should do before you tune the car. Easy stuff. Like, 'cause if I hadn't caught the coolant thing down here, then I would be totally screwed. If I didn't do this, or, you know, clean the engine out with the valve cleaner, like, okay, well then my intake's dirty and I'm sucking more dirty crap and putting it into the engine. So it's all just like buying insurance, and so I think these are low-hanging fruit that you can do before you tune your Giulia. I will say, if you take care of it, it will take care of you. I think the people who are afraid to buy these or just say they're shit cars kind of underestimate them, and that's why I really love the Giulia. So I guess kind of not a shout out, but not necessarily an endorsement, but these are the parts that I use. I got some of the coolant parts from Alfissimo. He was super fast in shipping. He sent me stuff like right over Thanksgiving. It's a coolant part, so that was pretty awesome. Turbo Smart plumb back recirculation valve, I believe. So it's not a blow-off valve because I didn't want it to vent to atmosphere. I wanted it to all be recirculated. Damon Motorsports catch can, pretty good, pretty sturdy, well built, easy to install. Euro Compulsion V1 intake, and there's a new filter. So all really easy stuff you can do yourself. Obviously, I still have to fix this and get a new coolant tank installed. But yeah, so that's just my take. Hope you guys have a good one. The Giulia is an awesome car. See you guys later. See, this thing is rattling back and forth like way too much. So it gets loose over time. It's kind of some bonus content, I guess. I'm filming extra shit. Pretty easy fix. Just a stainless steel throttle body that's like lever arm thing and fits better, so pretty easy.
What you want original style? You don't know about original style. This is original style.